welcome to the B Team Podcast. I am your host, Josh Saffran, with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
We're here every week to talk to you about all things Bentonville, bourbon, and business. The B Team Podcast. Be here. Welcome to the B Team Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Saffran, along with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
Welcome back. Good to have you back.
Hey, it's good to be back.
Big vacation for you.
Yeah. Down in Bahamas for a little bit. Month or so.
Month?
Whatever.
You need to come back as his kid someday.
Hey, I got a nice little
Yeah, he does. He's got that glow.
Yeah. It almost matched the color of your shirt.
You're looking good.
Yeah.
You're looking good. Well, we missed you.
Hey, I'm back.
It's good to have you back. And we're here every Thursday for all things Bentonville, business, and bourbon. And today, we have the beautiful and brilliant owner of the Gents Place, Miss Emily Saffran, here today. Welcome.
We've been asking for this for a long time.
Oh boy.
This is so she has the same last name as me, and it's not my sister.
No.
So this is going to be epic. I'm either going to be in divorce court after this one, or it's going to be a ratings bonanza.
I hope you chose well.
Well, before we get too far along, we always have to start with bourbon, but today we do something a little different, and we'll probably talk about our charity event that we do later in the year. This is one of the bottles that Lisa gifted to us. This is a Sazerac Cognac, which you cannot find in Arkansas. They don't sell it or make it here. No, and I tasted it at our event last year, and it was really tasty. If you're not a cognac fan, which you said you're not, this is actually pretty tasty.
Okay.
Do you like it, Emily?
I'll see. Normally, I'm not a cognac person.
Wasn't that nice how your husband didn't offer to pour yours where Rob did?
Yeah, he's going to use the excuse that he's too far away. I don't want to spill it.
I don't have those long arms.
We're going to leave that alone.
I'm also very nervous today that this is going to end badly, so I'm trying to be on my best behavior.
Cheers.
Welcome in, Mrs. Saffran.
Thank you.
It smells good. I don't know that I've ever even had cognac. I may love it.
I think it's really tasty. It's very different.
It's like vanilla on the end.
You're not a fan?
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
No.
I'm sure it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it could be what I had for lunch. You know, Russ always tells
Yeah.
me the reasons, but
You don't get the stone fruit?
There's no stone
it
fruit
tastes
in
like dish soap to me.
That's what they were going for, the dish soap.
I mean, it smells clean, though.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. I normally don't like cognac.
Oh, so maybe we get a little tipsy today in the studio.
Yeah.
It's juicy.
A lot of editing on this one, I could already say.
So, so?
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm always intrigued because it's something that I've never seen before. Sazerac doesn't sell it in the state of Arkansas, and they're so well thought of and well known. It's decent. I'm not a big cognac guy, but I didn't mind this.
Yeah. And maybe I just drank too much of it.
Yeah.
Because I know they say you're just supposed to just sip a little bit on it.
If I had 2 more sips, you'll think it's the greatest thing ever.
Well, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Well, maybe let it sit a little bit and breathe.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end of the show.
Where's our water droppers?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it's not a bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't even tame the beast.
No.
As Russ would
No
say.
taming
Yeah.
the beast to the show.
Where's Russ when we need him? What do we do with this? How do we make it better? We need Russ.
Just dump it over your shoulder. That's how you make it better, I guess. I think you're coming around on it.
Yeah, I think if you drink it slower, you kind of get more of it's a sipper. Yeah. But
No, it is
I
because
can say
we drink so much bourbon, right? We're that I think that's what our mind is.
What you think it should
thinking,
taste like.
right? Which Russ taught us, right? Your mind actually sets you up for the flavor profiles and all that. And if you think you're going to taste cherry pie, you're going to taste cherry pie. But I don't taste that cherry pie.
I taste Dawn dish soap.
I didn't say it tasted like soap, but it's. I wouldn't pour one at night for me.
Yeah.
But you liked it, young lady.
I'm not a bourbon cognac connoisseur, so I had no expectations. And it was smoother on the finish than I expected with vanilla notes, which I appreciate.
Ooh, vanilla notes. Look at that.
I think her and Russ might have
They may have swapped.
They might have talked a little bit because
I didn't know
she's
what he was
using some of the
bringing.
words that
My
he
vote
uses.
was for something
did.
totally different, and I didn't know what he was bringing. So
Because we're always like, it's really good.
Yeah.
And she's like vanilla and oats. I'm like, wow, maybe it's the seat.
maybe.
You catching vanilla or oats?
Let me see what I'm getting.
I do pick up a little bit of vanilla, more in the middle than the end, but that's just me. I had Chick-fil-A for lunch, so maybe
I
that's
think we should let it sit and then try it again at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Well, Emily, welcome. This is going to be great for you guys to...
I mean, do I need to interview her because I don't want you to feel like you're.
It would be good if you guys added some value on this one, only because I'm going to add no value and I'm going to get feedback at home. I can't believe you asked me that question. Why didn't you just tell me what you were going to ask me up front?
Why are you using your mother's voice?
Yeah.
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to Grandma.
Shout out to Grandma Ella.
That was nice. It was fun meeting her.
Oh, she's still talking about it. She's still talking about it. Oh, my gosh. You missed something.
Yeah, you did.
I was there.
Oh, yeah.
I was there.
You were there, but then,
Yeah.
then at the
They flew
the party.
At the bar.
Oh, the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you did meet Grandma. She's a gem.
They flew in from New Jersey, and
Yes.
we brought them to Arkansas Pizza.
Yeah.
That place. We won't.
Not one of our finer moments.
I mean,
Pizza was good.
In my opinion, it's one of the best in Northwest Arkansas. But again, compared to Jersey, probably not so much.
I had one of my son's friends told him the other day, they said, hey, we're looking for some Buffalo Trace. And they go, I think Mr. Saffran and everybody finished the whole bottle. Blue.
Yeah.
That was a rough
We
day.
did.
That's what I thought. Well, Emily,
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us about the Gents Place.
Wow. The Gents Place is a grooming establishment, but it's so much more than that. It's a place where guys come to network. It's a place where they come to relax, recharge. It's a respite. It's become a networking hub. It's become very familial, where people who never knew each other come together and now become friends. They schedule their appointments at the same time. They open their lockers and share all of their prized possessions with other like-minded gentlemen. So it's really such a great place, and it's become also a platform for charitable fundraising and volunteering and doing good for the community, especially when times.
So their lockers, what are they with all their? They have bourbon in their lockers, right?
Most people, sometimes snacks, sometimes
Okay.
shaving supplies, but mostly spirits.
But it's a barbershop. So before we get into all the other stuff, you get your haircut there.
So yes, that's what we're known for. That's our bread and butter, so to speak. People come in and have their grooming services, and it's not just hair; it's beards, it's aesthetics, it's skin, nails, and it's shoe shines and shaves and all things. And then we do member events. We're a membership-based grooming club. You don't need to have a membership, but that's where all the hidden surprise and delights and perks are of membership, things that we do for our guests and members that make them feel special.
All right, but let me back up a sec, because you guys are newer members in like the last 12 to 15 months.
Correct.
Right? Mm-hmm. And so you guys are getting much more than a haircut. You guys are coming in for a full hour's worth of 7-course services, which is waxing.
It's not 2 hours.
We do foot repairs too.
Yeah, we're up to 2 hours now.
So instead of a 25-minute haircut at fill-in-the-blank clips joint,
Right.
you guys are coming in, spending actually 2 hours plus opening your locker and having a drink and bringing in buddies.
It's an event. Yeah. It's an event, and you know what? When it pops up on my calendar, I'm like, yes.
And I think that's just it. Like, we moved here 12 years ago, and we moved from a larger metro city where services to women were expected like this. And there was nothing here for gentlemen. It was rushed and hurried. You never knew if you were going to get the same person or if they still work there. Your feet stick to the floor. You got kids running around you. It was an experience. It was a chore. It was on your to-do list. I have to go to Home Depot. I've got to go get my hair cut. I've got to go to the grocery store. And it wasn't something that gentlemen looked forward to. And we wanted to create a space where you could have all of the services that you liked in one location. Prior to us opening, if you wanted your shoe shine, you had to go to the airport. If you wanted waxing, you go to the wax place. You wanted a facial, you go to the dermatologist. And so we've kind of tried to bring it all together to where it's one experiential hub, but it's not transactional. Right. And I think that's where a lot of places miss the mark, where they, to get them in, get them out. How many heads can you cut in an hour? We're not that way at all. It's more like Cheers. Remember that old show where everybody knows your name when you come in, you're greeted warmly, everybody remembers the last conversation they had with you, how was the last trip you had, how's your wife doing, all of those things. And I think that people get a certain feeling when they come in that's atypical in other places in town.
Well, as a 7-course member and a locker holder, you have all nailed it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a lot of hair to cut.
Yeah.
And I love going to get my hair cut because there is so much more to it than just that.
You can get a great haircut many places in town. I mean, our industry is thriving. We're a champion of the industry. We love when we have other people in town who are doing things equally as good that we can learn from or partner with in some way, shape, or form. And so you can get a great experience in other places. We just kind of take it up a notch and give you a little bit more than what's expected. It's that surprise and delight. It's, making them feel better when they leave than they came. It's making them feel comfortable and cared for. So all those little extra touches.
So when you come in, so the haircut's 20 minutes, but you're in the chair for 55 minutes.
My haircut's more like
So you look like you're about due for
I'm overdue. Yeah, it's
getting a little long.
I'm going tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah.
Did you get it booked with Emily?
I pre-booked.
You did?
I'm now.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm really proud of you.
Yep. I'm at a point now where I know exactly what to do, and
Training wheels are off.
the training wheels are
I'm
off.
still not there.
Yep.
I don't know that I'll ever get there.
As soon as I'm done,
I like that. I
know now, based on what I get done, I know 3 weeks, just schedule me in, and it's every 3 weeks.
I think you guys have such crazy schedules, and sometimes guys find it really hard to, one of the perks of membership is you can book your reservation a year out if you want to, and you can have the third Thursday of every month if that's your thing at the same time, and that's something we do for our members.
Yep.
But we do realize that you all have crazy schedules, and so we try really hard to kind of play Tetris a little bit with the books so that we can get you with who you want and be creative with the services, because the goal is to meet your needs ultimately, and whatever you need based on your schedule and the timing to get you a great experience.
Which is awesome, right? Especially when I first became a member, I was shifting late, this, that, so on and so forth. But now, once I lock in that appointment, I shift other things around that appointment because that's how much I look forward to it. I'm serious.
They told me that they have a little note in there that he's usually 30 minutes late.
It's down to about 15 now.
Yeah.
And then Haley's standing there. Shout out to Haley.
Shout out
You're
to
the only
Haley.
fan.
Yeah.
Haley's standing there, and she goes, well, Rob's coming in at 2. I know he'll get here a couple minutes after 2. I know he'll be a few minutes late, so I'll come get him.
Yeah.
And then she knows you're enjoying your time in the member lounge, typically
Exactly.
up there having a drink with you.
100%.
And then whenever you're ready, you're ready.
Yeah.
I do think that prior to us opening, guys were used to the walk-in service where they would go someplace in town and just take their chances. And we have done a good job of educating our gentlemen to covet their spot and not change it. We know as women that if we have to miss our hair appointment, we're not getting back on their books for 6 weeks. And we do whatever we can to preserve that reservation. So I think we've trained the guys.
You've done well because I'm trained.
Yes.
You've done a great job training me because I'm
That, if you want this person,
This
and
is
you
the
want
Rob
this time,
Nelson that we know, Josh.
I think he came back a new man from the Bahamas. He left his alter ego down there.
I watch tomorrow. I have to change it. Or late.
We'll have to follow up on the next podcast.
maybe it's just me.
So, what made you guys decide to open the Gents Place?
Well, that's a good question. So I think that to what I said earlier, there's a real white space here in town of what we were lacking. And Josh is the perfect example of a lot of guys that we knew who came from major metro cities down here to work. And we were missing the mark where you couldn't get those luxury services all in one place where you could book ahead and have the massages or the facials or the hand and feet, or the beers, whatever you wanted, and then also have a lounge where you can network with guys. We are such a town for networking where everybody knows everybody and everybody is kind of in the same headspace as far as charitable, as far as giving back to the community or helping each other find jobs or resumes. All of that goes on, when we didn't have that. And so we talked about it, we were going to do it, and then we started looking at maybe things that had been already in existence so that we didn't have to reinvent the wheel and we could learn from others, and we really had to pitch it hard as far as what Bentonville was going to be, because I don't think we were on the radar of anybody back then. And now we're on everybody's radar.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing for me was, how guys are, we're all the same. The first time we came was with Dave, and I was like, I don't want to go do that. And Ben, you were probably the same.
Yeah.
And you're like, And it's like if you could just get people in there to go once,
Oh yeah.
it's just, you don't realize
Yeah. It's a total
how,
experience.
yeah, like you actually look forward. Like Rob said, whenever you see that on your schedule, you're like, oh, I get to go have fun for 2 hours. And,
You know what the best part is? We have guys who are so uber scheduled, who are high positions, who are super stressed. They work all the time. They're at the point now where they leave their phone in the car and they come in for that hour, 45 minutes. Their phone is always with them. They leave it. They enjoy it. They check out for that hour, and then they leave us, and they're like ready to tackle the week.
Yeah.
Matt does it a little differently. He lets his phone battery die, and then his wife is reaching out to me and Rob and send Matt home. And we're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Or, not there.
Neither of them respond.
Yeah.
No.
So he does his phone a little differently.
Yeah, it did.
You get the job done.
I got in a lot of trouble that day.
Reminded me as a family.
Yeah. But no, like I think, and I don't know. I love how you guys, I think you always like make it easy for us as members to bring people in to try it. And it's like, we had one of Rob's good friends at a wedding. Well, so they scheduled the whole wedding party to come, and every one of the guys wasn't looking forward to it. By the end, was like, I wish we had one of these.
Yeah.
And they're from huge cities, like they're from Atlanta and places.
I think that's the biggest compliment we get is when somebody comes in from a big city and they walk in and they go, there's nothing like this by me. And you go, it's Bentonville. Like, and it's very cool.
Yeah. And I think what sets us apart is we care so much and we're here and we're local. People don't realize we're a locally owned and operated business. We are a small business. And, our job is to make people feel cared for. And I think we hit the nail on the head every time because we're all servant hearts and we want to do good for the person in our chair. We want to do good for the community. And I think that we do a really good job of giving that 100% attention with whoever's in our chair where we're not walking away and we're totally immersed in that conversation or that service to where you feel really special when you're there.
Now, when you guys are here for 2 hours, I mean, that's not an exaggeration because we tend to exaggerate things quite a bit.
No, it's
the foot. I think the foot thing feels as long as the 7 course.
Right.
So you're getting a guy's pedicure, and you're in a private room drinking bourbon with a remote.
You have to get the grinder out on Rob's nice toes. And
I've been getting it done every 3 weeks, so my toes are smooth like butter.
Yeah. But it's really nice private experience. It's very different than being in a regular nail salon. Doors closed. You have your beverage of choice. You have your DirecTV with all the channels. And you can
Massage
check
chair.
out. Yeah,
the massage chair.
Check out, or you can have conversation. It's up to you.
And then your 7 course, which is a haircut, a facial, a hand paraffin dip, a massage. I mean, it's not just a haircut. Like you guys are, because to your point, a haircut should take you 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Most guys, that's what it takes. But you're there for 2 hours, and then you're opening your locker, which is even cooler.
Yep.
And every time I walk in, the locker's open, and you're pouring drinks, and people are walking by, and you're just having a good time.
It's a great time.
And you always see people there that you don't realize also they're there.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
I mean, heck, we've gone by there sometimes even without an appointment, just jumped in the lounge and opened our locker for, a quick cocktail.
And like you said, Emily, I mean, you can have meetings in the
We've done, funny enough, we've done fantasy football drafts. We did a 15-year-old's birthday party where they hooked up the Xbox to the 85-inch screen TV. All the boys got facials, and that was his birthday. And everybody loved it. And it's
a good time.
Yeah, it's been a great time. We've done a lot of fundraisers in that room. We've done events for men and women. So it's been really good.
Well, I mean, I know our wives have talked about it. They wish that there was something more catered to for them similar to the Gents Place.
And that's high praise because women have, I feel, a lot more service options.
Whenever Rob and I are going to your 2-hour appointment, huh?
Yes, no, it's your meeting. Your meeting. I have a meeting.
Yeah, we're like, we got to go up there and talk. We got to meet, talk about some business stuff.
Yes.
He's like,
I have a meeting.
whatever.
And then
we walk by each other, our feet are up in the air. We got, the wax stuff coming out of her head, towels wrapped around her head.
But it's a meeting.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It just
and like perfect. You guys, like you said, you guys cater to Rob and I's lives are, we have, like you said, 100 things always going on, and we call Emily sometimes last minute and can we both get in this day?
Yeah.
And Emily's like,
playing
moving
Tetris
down.
with the most.
Yeah. And it makes it work.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Matt, as soon as we're done here, I'm sure Matt will be like,
Yeah,
what time are you going
Friday?
Who's available?
Now, for most people,
Yes.
we have a third-party reservation service.
Yes.
But these guys are VIP. You know, when they're B Team podcast hosts, co-hosts, and permanent guests, they get VIP access to you.
I think that's probably Rob and I are probably one of the main reasons that Josh is in trouble from Emily a lot. We're texting her at 7:30 or 8 at night.
And they always start with, I'm so sorry, but.
Yeah, she's like, you're not sorry because you already sent this.
All right, but I'll put you on the spot. Who's the worst of the two?
Probably me.
It's Matt.
But you know, it's funny too because I mean, just for the viewers, right? I bought both my boys' memberships, and at first they were like for Christmas, and they were like, "What is this?" I got a haircut place. I'm like, "Okay, well," and it took them a minute, especially the younger one, and now they're regulars there as well too. Every 3 to 4 weeks or whatever they're.
And they look forward to coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, they are not going for 2 hours, right? They're I think we got them a 3-course membership, so they're there for half hour, 45 minutes, or whatever it is. But they love it.
I think it's important to note, to your point, you know, we have a lot of guys who come in who are not members that get their hair cut. Oh, the lady that cuts my hair has been cutting it since I'm 8 years old. I could never break up with her. And we're like, great.
Yeah.
No problem. There's 25 other service catalog options that you could choose. And so we have guys come in who do feet all the time, or you know, their hand repair, or they just get shaves, or they do waxing and the aesthetics, or they just want to hang out in the member lunch, and that's great too.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I mean, they didn't even turn Rob and I away when we wanted our nose waxed.
Yeah.
It's like a science experiment.
It was,
And comes
I
out,
think, the first time it was a 2 or 3.
Now, what do you think about the nose
Yeah.
waxing? Because I think it's a hidden gem.
Yeah, I had never had it done.
So I've been waxing my nose for a very long
Really?
time. Yeah, because it's a bush up there.
I never had done it, and the first time it was like 40-year-old virgin when she pulled that thing, and I was like, "Did skin come out of there?" And she was like, "Look how much easier you can breathe.
Yeah.
You don't realize."
Yeah, it's my favorite out of it all. And it actually doesn't hurt. I think, if you do the earlobe or this or whatever, that hurts more than the nose.
Yeah, after the first time, it's not bad. Then.
Yeah.
But breathing is so much better. and it's like I'm snoring less,
Yeah.
I think.
And I think the first time I did it was more of a dare. Like I was sitting next to Rob,
And I
somehow,
do it all the
Yeah,
time.
you were getting it done.
I was excited when I
and
found out you all do.
Yeah, she was like, "Do you want me to do yours?" And I was like, "I've never done that." And she's like, "It's not bad."
Did we not get videotape of this?
I'm glad you did.
sure your wife
I probably
appreciated it,
cried
too,
a little
because
bit.
Yeah.
Angie's a little bit shorter than you, so she's looking up.
Yeah.
I'm sure she appreciates it.
They're all out down there
Yes.
waving. So, no, I love that. I do it basically almost every time as well, too. I always typically add that on. So,
Do you guys, because you use your hands so much, do you guys feel that the hand paraffin stuff is good and it's not a big deal for you either way?
I'm sure it makes a difference. Yeah, I'm for sure it makes a difference. But like you said, we use our hands so much, it's hard to, really tell.
It feels good when they do it.
100%.
I don't know that it makes my hands better.
I don't know, Josh, how my hands are.
Yeah, do they feel soft?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Carrie, I need to ask her. She might notice this.
Yeah.
It's not a sandpaper.
For that back massage that you promised her tonight?
So we're membership based.
Yeah.
For the viewers that are wondering or want to come check it out. Like, what's the best way? Well, number one, do you still have room for additional?
Oh yeah,
memberships?
yeah. So we're growing in the best possible way,
Great.
and we are. We have an amazing complement of professionals that work with us, and barbers and cosmetologists. And we have guests who come for a day. We have people visiting in town for their important meetings. We have people who have been members since day one. So we are very welcoming. We will serve anybody who wants a service. We've had women come in and ask for services, and as long as they fit in the timing, we're able to accommodate them as well. But yeah, we're growing, we're thriving, which is a great place to be.
Yeah, for sure. So come and check it out, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, you brought some swag for the boys today.
I did.
You brought some things?
I did. Well, everybody likes to travel here.
Yeah.
So,
Well, not everybody.
so everybody is traveling here.
What'd you guys get? Well, I got swag too.
You got some swag too, and so our most popular membership is the 5-course, and that is the haircut, the consultation, the shampoo, the conditioner. Well, last I was told that I really enjoy pickles, so I thought I'd bring you my favorite variety, which are the Baby Gherkins.
Well, I think like pickle love it.
Those are Joshy's favorite.
These pickles might set you right, Rob.
Did Rob not get pickles?
I got pickles.
I've got pickles. Yeah, I heard.
I got pickles too.
I heard I'm a big pickle fan.
I am a pickle. I love pickles.
I think Emily's referencing to a previous podcast
Yes.
where we were having
Where you
some
called
food, and
me
I
out.
said, Emily loves the pickles.
Oh, Josh.
I got-
wanted you to.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Well, it's really for your cocktails too. Your brine
Okay.
cocktails.
You're a big hat guy, though.
But so anyway, the 5-course service is our most popular one. It's probably the most popular membership as well. So all of those products are used in the 5-course service. And since you guys travel so much, it's good to have them in your docket for when you travel. So keep it on the boat when you go on the boat, and then
Love it.
Not everybody travels like Rob.
I love this.
and you're
So
being hot fan.
that was close. I love this. So this brand, I bought some of this face moisturizer.
Yeah.
Moisturizer.
So it doesn't have SPF in it because some people are very particular about SPF. Some people can, some people can't. Some people have allergies. So this is more of like a moisturizer that will be really good at night before you go to bed, where you're not in the sun. But everything else is part of the 5-course and the refresher.
I have all kinds of skin problems, so that's why the lady was like, "You should try this kind because it doesn't have anything."
It's our proprietary products that we use at Gents, and we use them on all the services. So
I bought the shampoo.
Yep.
I really like the shampoo.
Yeah.
The smell of it.
yeah,
so
sandalwood
good.
scented.
Yeah.
It's popular.
And you guys are big fans of our colognes. You guys are big Creed fans as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got a few bottles of those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not from us. I think you guys bought them in Vegas, but I understand.
Yes.
I understand.
Yes. But
Creed, we have trouble keeping Creed on the shelf.
I've been waiting for that to here for months.
I know Josh has been wanting to bring it up. Whenever I know I'm gonna be around Josh, I'm like, I got to put some gold bar on or something.
I was remembering. I knew that you guys wanted the Creed. I know you probably got it from somewhere else.
yeah. But it just so happened we were walking through Caesar's Palace and they had an entire Creed store.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
We've been there,
Yeah, it's amazing. And shout out to Creed.
Shout out to
And
Creed.
Angie and I walked in there and we walked out with a few
Multiple
bottles of
bottles.
Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about Creed is that they don't just let anybody sell it. So
Right.
you have to be approved. And so we're one of 2 places in the state that have it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another favorite part when I go get my hair cut.
Oh yeah, you
I purposely don't wear any because I'm like, I could get some of Josh's for free in here.
But we're one
Spray it
of
on there.
0 of 2 places that Rob's bought it in Arkansas. Yeah, there's 2 places. We're 0 of 2 that he's bought it at. I've been waiting for that line as well. That was good.
Yeah, I mean, you would think you would buy from a friend.
I think you take care of a small business owner.
I bought that razor from you.
Oh, yeah, the one blade.
I bought the one.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was also nice.
Did you get the gold one?
I think I got the one right below.
We talked you out of that one.
That's the titanium one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still use it?
I've cut myself too many times.
It's a really good.
Yeah. It's amazing razor, but yeah,
A little too sharp for you.
a little too sharp
For your baby skin?
Yeah, my baby skin. So. But it's awesome.
What Rob asked me before we started is how amazing is it to get to work with your husband in a business every day? Like, it's got to be just a highlight of your life, the fact that you get to work with your husband every day.
I'm looking for the hidden camera.
He's like, do I have to answer this?
It has its pros and cons. I think that if we stay in our lanes, it's amazing. It's amazing. And you bring a lot to the table that are not my strengths, and I think that I share some things that are not your strengths. So I think we're kind of a strong team in that regard.
Well, Rob and I have found that with the little podcast here is he really likes to do like admin work. So we kind of have, like, we set it up. We're like, Josh, can you call these people and get this done?
Josh historically is not a doer. He's a delegator for sure.
I would mean a leader.
Well, I chose doer.
I chose to.
Yeah, I chose doer.
I couldn't tell. Could you, Matt? Oh, yeah.
I've become their personal admin when it comes to the
He
podcast.
gets so mad at us.
I'm like, hey, what's the address? He's like, this is Google Brook. Well, I figured it'd be easier.
But like, what's bigger to get back to the Gents Place? What's bigger is I went there the first time and I got my hair cut, And then the next weekend, I think, is when you were having your big yearly charity event. Mm-hmm. So that was how the first time I met you, and really you, was at the charity event. Yeah. And I think that actually drew Rob and I in to, like, these are good people and they do this good event. That was the reason that we bought into the and now we love it. So
now I wouldn't give up on a membership. I would.
Yeah. I think for me, the charitable component is equally as important as the Gents Place. We've always been charitable people for years, and we would do things for and with people charitably since we've opened. But over the years, it has grown so much that it was time to really start a 501c3 so that we can kind of reach a broader scope and raise more funds and allocate them. And so now we have partnerships with some of the charities that go through the Walmart Match Program. We've done things with some national charities. We've raised money for local charities that are lesser known. And I've been really proud of the ability to use the Gents Place platform to highlight lesser known charities. I think we're in a town where the same big 6 charities get a lion's share of the donations every year, which is great. You're all wonderful charities, but then how do we highlight the lesser known charities that are equally as deserving? We've done some things with Title I schools for turkeys right before Thanksgiving for kids who are on free and reduced lunch. We've done things for the women's shelter. We've done things for Havenwood and Souls Harbor and all of the local places. And now we're kind of branching out because there's so many people who could benefit from charitable giving.
And that was like I think the first one we went to, you got sheepdog, a guy, and this guy came in that they had gotten a dog, and it was
Canine
all of us
Warriors,
were, like, crying.
Yeah.
But that was when Rob and I were like, we gotta become members here. Yeah. And then obviously now we've fallen in love with the services that go along with it. But
I think when you get to a certain point in life or in business where you can help people, you absolutely should. And we're actually trying really hard to get the children involved in all of the charitable things as well, because I think it's so great for them to one, see the impact that they could have even on the smallest of scales, but 2, like, carry on that legacy long after Josh and I are gone. Into adulthood.
What else is going on at the Gents Place? Anything else?
What can you share with us? What whole future? What's the future?
Well, I mean,
anything you could share.
We're always growing, right? Growth always in always is kind of how we approach it.
One more time, growth in always.
Growth always in always.
So smart. I love you so much.
You need punctuation to really get there. Do you want me to write it down?
I love you so much.
Yeah. So we're always growing. We're always taking on great new team members who are an awesome fit, who are very skilled. We get asked every single day, when's the next location coming? And it's something we're always keeping our eyes and ears open for. It has to be the right time. It has to be the right people. It has to be the right location. We get asked for Fayetteville. We've been asked for St. Louis, for Little Rock, for Tulsa. All that. So we're actively working on it.
And it's small business. You all run it together, so it's sometimes hard to
and we
stretch yourselves.
Yeah, we feel it's important that our presence is there.
Yeah.
Once you expand and scale too quickly and you can't be there, I don't think that same family feel and that, it's harder to maintain.
Well, we talked about it when we had Bill and Sheila on with Ozark Mountain Bagel, and your daughter had worked there and talked about the culture, and that's such a big piece of what you lead there is people love coming to work there. They feel very valued. We'd spend so much time pouring into them with training and culture and benefits and 401k. I mean, they really...
Which is unreal for that industry.
It's unheard of the industry, Right. Yeah, so before people work with us, they aren't saving for their future. They aren't thinking past, they get money in tips and they go out for margaritas. That's kind of the habit. So we work really hard to kind of retrain people to think that, guys are investing in us. Now you also have to invest in you.
We had a team member recently who first time doing a 401k. So she said, hey, can I ask you a question? So I said, pull open your 401k. She goes, see this money in there? Yeah. Is this mine? I go, all yours. Like, because the market's going, it's going up. They're just putting money in from their paycheck and don't realize it's gone. And it will be spent on whatever down at the local gas station or wherever. And they're like,
she's so excited.
So excited. Like, how do you? Never seen anything like
that's
that
awesome.
before.
That's awesome.
Well, you're awesome, Emily.
I try. And just help you, Josh.
And we're so thankful you came in today. Thank you for booking their appointment.
You can tell we're getting to the end because he's trying to butter Emily out. He's like, you want to go out to dinner maybe, Emily?
Oh. Do you need Rob to cook dinner for you tonight?
I'm good.
He's a good cook.
I know he is. He's very good.
Rob's Kitchen's closed, right? Like, we're in their little remodel.
Yeah. So what about you guys? What do you have going on between now and the next podcast episode?
I got to finish up a remodel. Big project.
He's got a big 2-hour appointment tomorrow.
Yeah. 2-hour
Perfect.
appointment tomorrow.
A nap in your future, possibly?
Probably.
Yeah.
Matt hurt me last night.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, Emily may have to look to see if they have any openings tomorrow for
Got
me.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved how when we said who's more difficult. You didn't even bat an eyelash.
No.
You go,
Yeah, she's like, it's him.
Maddie is.
It's that one.
Yeah, but he does provide the comedy to back it up, so it like tempers it and makes it a little more palatable.
Like the time I missed the appointment.
You missed?
I did it one time. And Emily
feedback from
said,
Emily?
she's like, I'm going to give you this one time. But after
I'm
that,
not
you
gonna
got
help you anymore.
you got it. She's like, you
All
made
right.
a special list after this.
So I haven't done this in a while, but for the viewers,
Yeah.
if someone walks through the door at the Gents Place, and
Yeah.
what's your address?
500 Southeast Walton Boulevard.
Okay,
Suite
and-
number 22, right next to First Watch.
There you go. So they come through the door and they say, "Hey, I saw your place on the B team.
Yeah.
What can you do for them?"
First, I'd give them a tour,
Okay.
show them all we are, what we do, all the services that we have. I also want to find out a little bit about them and how we could fit in their lifestyle and what their needs are. If we don't have anything right at that moment, we can split services up to where they can get part of a service with one professional and another part with another, or we can try and get them in later in the day. But really, we try to make it work for their schedule.
Oh, no. What Robbie Boy was asking is, what can we gift to the individual?
Monetarily.
And I think
Say what you
For
mean.
the viewers. For the viewers.
Say what you mean and mean
Yeah.
what you say.
we could do a half off first visit.
We do. We do half off your first
Okay.
visit, and we can put
That's
the
awesome.
link up as well. You go
Perfect.
online and you
There
put
you
your
go.
name in there, and you get a little something back.
like
We-
Always for the viewers.
Yeah.
See, I knew what you were saying. Emily was
Yes.
talking about tours. I'm like, nah, Rob doesn't care about the
I was
tours.
going to let her
When
finish her
you-
spiel.
When you come in, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We show you around. We make it's like when
Yeah.
you invite somebody over
Yeah.
for dinner. You take
Yeah.
their coat, you make them feel welcome, you pour them a drink,
Yeah.
you show them around.
That's right.
That's what we do.
Okay.
They do all the things.
That's what she's going to do.
Yeah.
Love
But
it.
yes, we'll put
Yes.
up the link. You can half off.
So it's half off. That's
Half
huge.
off.
And that's half off your entire first visit. So if you have a 6-hour service, it would be half off the whole thing. If you have a 1-hour service, so it really depends.
Maybe
what you have time for.
tomorrow, Rob and I, that could be our first visit. Because it's the first
You have to
time.
change your name.
It's the first time we're getting there on
You have to
Friday.
change your name.
First time you get
For
in
that
time.
day. Like we'll never be there again that day and that time.
Yeah, you will.
Good try, Matt.
Yes.
But I will tell you, we've had guys try to cheat the system and like change the spelling of their name and say it's like M-A-T, and the next time it's M-A-T-T, and then it's
Really?
Our
M-A-T-T-H-E-W.
front desk team, they
And
are
they're like,
so sharp.
I'm on it.
They know
Yeah.
it. They
Oh,
I'm
know
yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
We have a lot of that. We've had it happen quite a bit. We're like, hey, you were in
Oh,
before.
You were in last week, and I took care of you.
You don't do that to a small business.
No.
Some
You'd be
people do.
surprised.
I know, but you should not.
I was going to say the girls
It's any
usually
business.
you know more than walk in there and they're asking you
Oh, yeah. We know
how your day
everything.
was,
Yeah.
what do you want to drink,
Yeah.
and like they're
Like
on
I said,
it.
it's a
Quick.
relationship.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
transaction. We know a lot about our guys.
But that is another piece that we didn't talk about is that up front there's a group that they don't cut hair. They're full concierge service,
Yeah.
welcoming you in. They know your drink. It's
Yeah,
typically ready for you. They make sure that you get checked out. The phone doesn't ring in there.
They book you out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take care of all your needs. Yeah.
they always ask me to do that, and I'm like, I actually have a VIP service.
I got my own private concierge booking service. Why don't we get out your phone number to the viewers?
Whoa! He's like, I'm just trying to weed all those people out. She's like, I just found out I lost Rob, so that's
Yeah.
good.
That was exciting.
You know-
Congratulations.
I've been pretty good. If I'm in a pinch, I'll reach out.
Yes.
Right? If I'm in a
Yes.
pinch.
Usually it's for a change, though, not to
Yeah.
make an initial
Yeah.
reservation.
So it sounds like Matt needs an appointment tomorrow.
Yeah.
Rumor has it.
Or a tutorial, and I could help you.
Tutorial.
figure it
Yeah, the problem is once you're like to my age, it's hard to learn all that kind of stuff.
out.
Like I'm old school. Where I just like to pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, Emily."
Yeah.
I text you instead of call you. That's better.
You do, yes.
But see, what I found out though is if like for the package we have, it's every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. So if I don't schedule it at the end of mine, right, like tomorrow, I'll schedule for 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
But this is new behavior for you because you normally didn't do that.
No,
Right, but now I do
Yeah.
because we're busy, and before you know it, it's 4 weeks out,
Yeah.
or it's like, holy cow,
And the lady
know?
you like to see is also busy.
And she's booked, and then it messes the whole thing up.
Yep. So you should book out every 3 weeks for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
And then make the
Yeah,
changes
really,
if
you
need be.
should. Yeah.
Yeah, really. you
And I
should.
should probably do that.
Yeah. And then we
Because
don't have to worry about it.
because then you don't have extras at the end of the year
Right.
and create other problems.
Well, we did, because last year we both had
Yeah,
a lot
we
of
didn't
extras.
know.
This year I'm probably going to run short.
Yeah,
You have to go to a 2-week membership.
Yeah. I don't know about 2.
Probably take care of it.
I think we could bump him up to 2. Like call it the Rob,
Every
Call
other
it the
week.
Rob.
the Rob package.
It might be a 10,
Call it the Nelson.
but
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, I'm always love to have you in. It's always good. But you can't be in the Bahamas for 2 months and then come in every 3 weeks. It's also difficult to do that as well. Although you may charter a flight and fly in for your appointment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
On Matt's airplane.
On Matt's airplane.
Yeah.
It'd take us a long time.
The new one you're getting.
Well, thank you, Emily.
Yeah,
Welcome.
I hope I didn't do anything bad where I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. Hopefully, all
You
is
didn't
good.
talk that
He,
much, so you're in good
I
shape.
have never seen him. Sorry to interrupt you, like I have 100 times. I've never seen him not talk as much as he has. I think he's afraid over there to say
think so?
anything.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous today.
Like, can you guys kind of set everything straight for the next one? I don't want you to not talk when we.
I got a
do
lot
our
to say on our next podcast
Okay.
now. Yeah. Well, thank you, Emily, for coming in.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to finish
Yes.
this too, see if it changed.
Oh, it changed.
Good.